What kind of piloting would it require, too?
Environmental
EMV
suit.
suit. All right, I suppose I'll describe my suit to you. It is a G24 command platform, obviously with some custom fittings from the mercenary group he was with before. It has two laser cannons on the side,
Nice.
a hard light shielding, and what appears to be a custom-made revolver suited for a battlesuit of its size.
Laser SMG is a better descriptor for the things on the suit.
Gon will practically salivate.
How
I don't
fast
care
can you
who
go
the
in that?
fuck you are, you're hired. Welcome to the crew.
As a flatbed rolls up to you, along with all of the
Yeah.
other vehicles, the flatbed stops, and you see a little. You still have half your stormtrooper shit on, don't you?
I would assume in the long time that I've spent doing stuff, I would have fixed the leggings or made new ones.
Yeah. You'd eventually gotten the materials to make more leggings. So yes, you see a set of you see a short chrome stormtrooper hanging off the back of the flatbed with a massive tarp and people hanging onto it.
People question mark.
They look strange for people and don't know why they're hanging onto the side of it, but whatever.
Despite the suit covering his head completely, you can tell that his confusion is only growing as time goes on.
Mine's the necromancer.
Gon will untie himself from his mortar, hop off, walk over, and be like, "Hello, I'm Gon Smith. I kind of lead this crew at the
You have to
moment.
look way down for
You're
this.
welcome. You've joined aggressively. And if you don't, I'm going to EMP the shit out of you when you're sleeping, and I'm going to steal that for my own uses. And you're probably more useful alive to me. I don't want to go through the effort of killing you."
Well, at least they're honest.
Yeah, well, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. Like I'd want to venture on a desert planet without a group anyways. This is kind of a hellhole from what I can tell.
Hell
Yeah,
does not begin to
more than
understand
you,
things.
more than you realize. You have no idea how accurate you are with that assessment.
So before we decide on putting you on one of the bigger vehicles in this troop, how fast can you move in that thing?
Slow.
Clunk.
Probably sprint faster than you, but I'm not going to speed. I'm not as fast as a car.
Oh no, that
Alright,
suit is
welcome
slow.
to the back of the RV.
Outside of that suit, he's pretty fast. Inside that suit is slow.
Yeah.
What
It's
size shells do you
beefy
fit
as
on that
hell,
grenade
though.
launcher?
What size shells does the grenade launcher fit?
40 Mike. Standard grenade launcher.
No, nice.
Will happily take out a briefcase and show you his supply of handcrafted death grenades.
Boy.
Your suit weighs so much that you have to be on the flatbed. None of the other vehicles can carry you.
That is fine.
As
Hey, you
in,
could be
on
a
the
fucking
bed
artillery
of the
mech.
flatbed.
I will-
Artillery mech.
I will happily sit on the bed of the flatbed. and,
As you are pretty much sitting on top of a massive tarp. Well, yeah, a massive Kevlar tarp. Someone tie him down so he doesn't fall off.
Nah, I have good enough
Gon
grade.
is too busy attempting to pedal his things, but he's talking too fast.
Yeah, he's standing there looking backwards off it, and then Gon is just sitting there on the motorcycle with a briefcase, just going through all the shit.
Felix will accept whatever the fuck he's selling. He'll try out his grenades for him. He doesn't have many for himself. So,
Alright, what am I giving you? I'm giving you 4 of these.
4 of these, 2 of those, and 1 of these. Why not?
these won't misfire, will they?
No, I take great pride in my work. I'm an expert gunsmith. Well, more so munitions expert than gunsmith.
That's wonderful. Gunsmiths or munitions expert, both of them are very useful, especially in a world like this, where I assume ammunition is life.
There you go, a baker's dozen of grenades. Enjoy.
Yes, thank you very much. Despite threatening to kill me already, you're also very friendly.
I
Yes.
am a munitions expert through and through. And you're the perfect thing to actually use my goddamn munitions unlike half of these other idiots.
Well, there's plenty of open slots on my armor, so if you want to add any experimental gear to it, feel free to.
Well, aren't you fuckers working on like a rail rifle or whatever the fuck it is or something?
Yes,
They
I was
are.
making a rail rifle for the flatbed.
You can
After
put
all, we need to arm everything we have on this place.
you can put one on my shoulder as well.
That sounds amazing. I'll
A
have
rail
to
gun?
get to it later.
Gon, you do realize that his suit is quite the power source. It'd be infinitely easier to put it on that than on the flatbed.
Genius! I'll have to fix the design we have for the flatbed to make it compatible with the suit.
But yes, Felix, you do see what he's handed you, right?
Yes. A metric shit ton of different kinds of grenades, and I'm gonna have to figure out what
Right.
each of them does because he didn't explain it to me.
I think he did.
You can ask
You have
him.
a briefcase full of a baker's dozen. They are labeled.
Oh,
Yes,
they
they
are
are.
labeled.
What they are
Okay.
is labeled, so you have 4 that say HE, 4 that say napalm, 4 that says fiberglass, and 1 that says WP.
Willie Pete.
Willie Pete!
White phosphorus is expensive. That's why there's only one of them.
That is true. If
Just,
you're gonna commit war crimes, might as well commit them in style, right?
That's nothing to the sulfuric acid gas grenades Gon has on him.
Fuck.
We need to choke out an area. Chuck some sulfuric acid gas.
That'll do it.
Choke
and-
or obliterate lung.
Potato. They aren't breathing anyway.
CA grenades. Anyway,
I mean,
both of them are war crimes. It fixes the problem either way. They aren't breathing anymore.
but yes, the new man and the twink can get to know each other very well as they travel on both of those are on the back of the freaking flatbed as you just peel out. Okay, we got the guy. Anything in the? A few of the other people kind of scour the dropship.
Like bod.
Yeah.
Can I use my well-informed feet to get a feel of what the fuck is going on here?
As you talk to the twink, he just spills the beans about what's happening.
I mean, you're part of the crew now, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well informed allows you to gain info, and since he's the only one you're talking to, he pretty much just freely tells you, yeah, we're escorting this rich bastard, we're gonna get paid to do so, and we're going through bandit territory.
Yep.
You know everything that I said at the beginning of this session, effectively.
Well, I suppose, since I'm part of the group now and all that, I'll be tagging along for a bit. I have no clue if I'm ever going to get back to my company, so might as well stick around, right?
They probably wouldn't even want to come out to this shithole anyways.
No.
See,
Just-
To be honest, the only reason I'm out here is because I had a decently valued contract on some fucker in a bandit camp.
And now you've been stuck here with us.
Yep.
Well, I'm happy that the bandits decided to shoot down the ship anyways. Do you know how shitty it is to live on a pirate ship? As a
Nope.
prisoner?
As a prisoner with a mech suit like that, they must be fucking morons.
Oh no, they stole it from me. Commotion. I'm got it
Even
back
bigger
on-
morons.
Yeah. I've no clue why they didn't sell it. Maybe they were trying to sell it here.
Even bigger morons. The only thing that you get here is a good old dong.
Every time I hear that both in character and out of character, I just chuckle.
By the way,
Guys.
here, have a couple dong. They're planetary currency. Here's 100 of them.
I still don't know why they chose that name out of everything.
fortunately, his mech suit does not have a dong receptacle. You can keep them.
He'll have to get his dong later. Just add it to your sheet.
Felix just looks. His body language just reads. I have no clue what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you get
Where
used
did
to
I
it.
land?
You landed in some backwater hellhole.
Yep.
And these are the locals.
Pretty much.
So, you mentioned being an expert gunsmith.
Yep.
Where did you learn those skills? Yep.
I come from a great war-torn planet called Scotland. I trained as a great gunsmith. Went in the live firing ranges, emphasis on the live and the firing. And then I thought, there's only so much I can do here. And the planet recently got taken over by a peace-loving overmind type thingy, coalition, and they decided to start banning weapons. Then they tried to come raid my warehouse.
They didn't like that, did they?
Needless to say, most of the planetary forces did not survive what happened. And there
They
might
did
be a
not have a-
small nuclear crater where my used to live.
Vet, remind me not to
Don't
please remind
piss
me
off
not
the ram.
to try and take your guns. So I will happily accept them on my suits. Of myself.
As long as you retrieve your spent shell casings, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I will. Don't worry too much about shell casings, because I use. He just gestures with his hand and his wrist laser.
Yes. Not
that's
solid
cool.
projectile munitions. Very potent, as most things are resistant to piercing and explosive munitions. Not so much on the laser side. The laser side has its own downsides.
Yep.
So when I
Shiny
do
metal,
use
for
solid
example.
munitions, when I use solid munitions, I just kind of pull out my revolver. It's around the size of a large shotgun.
Jesus Christ.
I could happily make some destructive weaponry for that.
If you remember the 12 gauge revolver rifles from the Brazilian video, it's that.
Boy.
Beautiful.
A more well-made version of that, I assume.
Plated in chrome.
And semi-automatic.
Yes.
It's like the Mancor jackhammer.
And also with a grenade launcher attached to it. Because when a fucking 12 gauge revolver isn't enough, add a grenade launcher on.
Thump. With your now myriad of ammo to go with it.
I can understand what the napalm does.
Angkor check.
I don't know what the fiberglass does, though. I guess I'll find out.
You can ask the manufacturer. You do have quite the time, as it's a good 2.5 hour... No, 5 hours of driving, the Raiders lost you.
Did any of them hit the lost explosive?
You did hear a distant bang at some point.
Somebody died.
Felix will pull out one of the fiberglass grenades and hold it between his fingers and just ask, "Shotton, what does this do?"
That's a fiberglass grenade. Think of a frag, but with more war crime.
Confused.
You're very, I would say it's, war crimes aren't my thing, but I worked for a corporation, and I can definitely say that war crimes are my thing.
See, I get the results. If they're dead, and as dead as hard as possible, I've done my job right.
So, I suppose laws don't exactly, apply on a planet like this.
Laws mean nothing if no one can enforce them.
I mean, who's going to enforce the no nuclear weapon law? The people without the nuclear weapons? You have a nuke! What are they going to do about it?
You should give me a fat man on my other shoulder when you give it after the rail rifle.
Batman, don't you mean a Merv?
The technology needed to make stuff of that size is beyond portability.
Oh. You can't make me like a Fallout fat man.
Can it be
Not
made?
safely,
Yes.
no.
Can it be made with his equipment? No. Can it be made with any type of mobile equipment? Double no. In order to make said equipment mobile, you need a capital ship.
I found our next objective, boys.
Oh my god.
Capital ship and then get enough.
We're gonna
machinery.
end up being another group that changes the fucking face of the galaxy, aren't we?
You mean we weren't already?
I've already been working out plots to blow up the mage.
Another character group.
Plots to blow up the mage tower.
I'm working on my plots to blow up the mage tower. Will it ever come to fruition? No.
Probably not.
Anyone want to tell him how bad an idea that is?
To be
I
fair,
know it's a bad
the
idea.
Mage Tower is somewhat related, is very, very remotely responsible for the creation of the, what was it called, the Crystal Drive or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing, which basically revolutionized travel to the galaxy.
It's okay. The great god Schwal created a warp engine.
Yeah. We'll just plunge the galaxy into the age of darkness.
What?
Yeah. But no, not actually. It's fun to think about, though.
First,
So,
that's
yeah.
already come and gone.
So as the lot of you finish traveling for today, the group makes a quick beeline to the nearest cliff and sets up there.
Shit.
Yeah, unless someone has any questions for me.
What's your favorite war crime?
I don't necessarily have a favorite.
It's like
I'm
picking
not-
between children.
A lot of civilians died, so if it was most actively committed, it would be protecting a corporation as they cracked a planet with people on it.
That's hideous. I love it.
Yeah, well, it's not like you get much choice if you're born into it.
Ah, don't worry about it. My old planet used to have a law that if a Welshman crossed a border at past 10 p.m., you could shoot them with a longbow. It's how I learned how to fire a bow.
Just a longbow.
Just a longbow. Was the law still in effect from the Dark Ages? They just forgot to get rid of it. I committed so many free murders because of that.
Yeah. I thought I killed a lot of people.
Oh, my friend, I have invented nuclear warheads. I am directly responsible for the murders of entire planets.
Well, my friend, I would love to learn how you manage that. 'Cause that sounds like quite a feat, to be completely honest.
Nuclear fallout
It's a,
tends to do that.
Nuclear warhead with what? I mean, like, how did you make nuclear war?
So what I did is I found a naturally occurring isotope, and I threw it into an electron induction chamber until it became extremely unstable. And then I put that inside of a rocket, lead line naturally, but with a special chemical compound that would melt the lead, that would then set up a chain reaction with the unstable isotope, that would then completely irradiate the entire area, and very rapidly degrade any form of life matter.
Ah, so it's less of a nuke. It's less of like a bomb and
nuke.
more of a war crime in a can.
Yes.
War crime in a can? Oh, so you want a can of mustard gas too?
Best thing is, I'm marketed it as a microwave.
I mean,
Not wrong.
technically, is your planet like now almost completely inhospitable?
Yes, thanks to me. If it turns out if you set off enough nuclear warheads, you'll coat your entire atmosphere in radiation poisoning. I'm pretty sure we have it over the next 5,000 years.
Well, fuck.
Oh well, I warned them not to knock on the door.
Felix would be appalled if he had not himself been partially responsible for the destruction of at least 50 planets. It's corporations. It's what they do. Someone's got to protect them, right?
Plus, they have the money to throw at your bank account.
They got me suited up in the suit of mine.
Ah, yes, blood money. Nothing smells quite as sweet.
Unwittingly joining this conversation, Fuse goes, so what I'm hearing is we can either have a ram punching us in the face or a ram nearly killing itself off in genocidal fashion.
Trust me, if I go down, literally everything in the next mile is going with me. I carry so much explosive on me. It's why I wear such thick armor.
You seem like quite the expert in this. I will not lie. I used to think my own list of crimes was atrocious, but then,
Well, you know what they say, you always meet your match.
There's always a bigger fish.
Or in this case, there's always a worse person.
There's always more war crimes. But yes, it is now nighttime. Anything y'all wish to do for the evening? After setting up your
What
mobile
would you
tent?
roll to cook food?
That's a good question.
I'll probably keep an eye on the vehicle, make sure no more
Survival?
birds end up in the fucking engine.
Yeah, sure.
Ina will cook dinner for everyone.
You know,
Oh shit.
of course,
I'm probably gonna keep an eye on the Jeep, on the buggy to make sure no more birds end up in the fucking engine block.
INET has about 3 birds cooking on rotisserie and is seasoning them.
Of course they do.
Fuse is just shocked at this skill.
Felix will, well, Felix will probably just power down his suit and come out of it for a bit. He's clad in, what amounts to basically a, skin-tight, suit used for, connecting properly to the, neural links in the battlesuit.
I'll go ahead and post Gone in game related because he is in his normal attire now, not his silver stormtrooper attire.
And his dark black pants. Just go ahead and make
Pants. You don't wear pants. He's
It-
Scottish. He wears a kilt.
your armored leggings. The pants for your suit of armor, which is black because you had to make a new set.
Yes.
Though he will start putting on a well, he'll put on a suit on his back that slowly unfolds into a armored suit around his body. Just for extra protection.
While you sleep.
You can never be too careful, right? Actually, that reminds me. Did I start with any generic armor as a
Nope.
military? No. All right. Well, I'm just gonna count my natural armor as that.
Yeah, you're walking around in fucking combat fatigues. That's it.
Yeah.
And your
I'm gonna
pistol on
style my
your,
natural armor as that because
and your big iron on your hip.
yes, on his hip is a what appears to be another chrome-plated revolver matching his battlesuit. Also, his armor looks very similar to his battlesuit. It kind of looks like the battlesuit is just him but scaled up.
Intriguing.
And it allows for much easier coordination. It's much easier to get used to using a battlesuit if it's just you, but bigger, right? He has a raging bull on his hip, big iron on his hip. His skin is not black, however; it's a ashen gray with what appears to be white markings that denote his previous clan on his homeworld.
Neat.
I don't think anyone understands them because no one's from his homeworld and no one will ever be again.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yes.
So, anyone's nightly dues?
Does anyone have munition requests of Gone?
Pretty sure Skull's gonna ask for the same thing he asked for last night.
Yeah, I haven't
Yep.
fired any new rounds yet, but yeah.
All
Man, low rolls on like everything but for flavor.
all I truly want to request is to seize the railgun you were talking about, or at least the idea for it.
Shows you the napkin with the detailed blueprints.
In crayon.
But you know what? I need to change my picture in here. I'll post the full picture in general, or in game related. Why not? So, are we gonna enjoy the meal that Ina made for us?
Probably.
Quite heavily.
That is.
One expertly rotisserie random bird.
As you taste it, it tastes like alligator.
That alligator tastes like chicken.
At one point, I'm going to give up on how the heck you do this, is what Fuse says as he takes a bite, adjusting his mask a little.
Ina will look confused. What do you mean?
So, I don't believe I've caught everyone's names yet, and you definitely haven't caught mine. I'm Felix.
Sullivan.
The very tall woman will introduce herself as Ina of the Date clan.
And well, you've introduced yourself to me already, Gone. I didn't do the same, so I apologize for that.
Ah, it's fine. You're
And,
probably too nervous that I'd probably murder you in your sleep.
yeah. Well, let's hope not. um, and you, are Maskville? Charles?
I am Fuse. I'm not sure who this Charles person is, but I'm gonna be hearing his name a whole lot.
Oh, no, I'm just speaking the accent out of character because I'm stupid. It's a pleasure to meet you, Fuse. May I ask why you wear the mask?
As tragic as it is, I find it keeps things interesting. And I am grateful that you have not already decked me in the face. For some reason, I figured something like that would happen at one point.
It's not particularly my style. I'll properly introduce myself. I am Felix, previous captain of the, previous captain. I don't really know if my company even exists anymore. It's been a few years since I was captured, I believe so. But enough rambling about me. Sorry. So I'm Felix Antinuncio. I got a little distracted. Sorry.
Well, while we're keeping the goals simple, I'll explain my simple goal. I simply wish to prove that I can make what has been made. And if that means gathering as many scraps of metal as I can get my hands on, then so be it.
So you can also build things?
Gon is an actual mechanic while I'm a munitions expert. Although sometimes I end up being a better mechanic than he is. It's weird.
He just got lucky on welding.
Yeah. You have a mechanic and a munitions expert. I suppose I don't have to worry much about losing my personal mechanic from the Proky Hounds now, do I? Not to say that you're working for me, but it's definitely handy
It's
knowing that
fine.
there's people who can repair my suit, because I certainly can't.
You're surprisingly a lot more approachable than our previous quote-unquote boss.
Well, that's good at least. I do my best to be approachable.
Sig have a great ass.
I feel that your previous boss left you in a bad way.
They kind of abandoned us and took their spaceship with them.
That's why you're on this hellhole.
I came here willingly to test munitions. This had to be a great lucrative market. Blackwater hellholes often are.
And what about you, Sullivan? You didn't mention why you were here.
I did earlier, but I can say it again. I was here on a contract to kill a bandit leader.
Well, these are all. Did you get it done?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I was there for that. We nuked him with a mortar.
So apparently we had some problems with the stream and it restarted about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bull.
Hopefully it'll still be one massive bit. I'll have to upload it twice. Anyway.
Sorry, that was the thing where we nuked the place with the AA guns, right?
Yeah, it was the place with the AA guns.
Ah, good, I am remembering right. Ah, such glorious screams and fire.
It sounds like all of you have gotten up to quite a bit.
You don't know the half of it.
We've committed many war crimes together.
Um,
The
I got the feeling
bunkers,
of
for
that.
example.
Uh, is Fallen with us?
Should
Oh,
be.
no, actually. Fallen, you there?
Appears as though they have passed
If you
away.
don't answer, Gon's gonna give you some dong.
She's died and unable to resurrect herself. Sad times.
Indeed.
So the
Aw.
undead begin to run rampant and eat your charge.
No. Please don't do that.
Are they usually like that? And Felix will just gesture to the two comatose people.
I don't know, I think they might have died.
Jonathan and Fowler just sit next to each other.
Worst case scenario, we'll use the Russian armor strategy.
I won't ask what that is.
It's
Okay, out of
something
character,
I think.
someone text her.
Oh, and another thing. Do any of you here use magic?
So Sullivan will raise his hand.
Ina will shift into her demon form.
So I don't really know much about it, but I can do things. And
Scully is just patting Fuse's back because he's like, it's taking him a while to get used to that transformation.
Just looks over, giant fucking.
It's a
demon
minor
lady.
case of a severe heart attack.
Felix, the current
Yeah,
season name
the demon
Dawn,
form is like 12 foot tall, by the way, so...
the currency's named Dong. The cars are built as well as orc cars. There's a
Actually, that flatbed is well built.
oh
It
okay.
does not look ramshackle, just that buggy. Everything else
Oh,
looks
okay.
fine, that buggy's out of place here.
Oh okay. I thought they were all like that. At least
No.
we don't have. Yeah, there's in that case the goat commits war crimes. Magic exists, and he's still coming to terms with that. Years later, because he's not really had much experience with it. And yeah, he's just in general pretty confused by everything going on. And so he has less of a reaction to the demon form than he probably should. Is that normal? Is I'm doing that?
Don't worry, most people freaked out the first time. I'm surprised you don't. It's quite intriguing.
Yeah, enough has happened today to warrant not being freaked out by that.
I suppose being literally shot out of an airship and then threatened by a twink would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Getting my battle suit back. Also, surprises and nice things as well as the bad things. I'm just kind of spent emotionally, to be honest. But I also can do magic. Like, he just shoots a, what do you guys want? Do you want an avalanche or do you want an ice beam?
I prefer beam.
Alright, I won't.
Summon an
Complete-
eldritch horror from beyond by sacrificing souls.
And,
Ignore him.
yeah, so just a cyan glowing orb forms in his hand for a moment before he shoots it up into the air. It appears to actually match the lights on his armor.
Interesting.
And yeah, he casts Ice Beam into the air. Shall I roll my arcane
Beam.
failure chance?
Were you upcasting it?
I have a 15% chance of failing it, of wild magicking it.
I know, I was just asking, were you upcasting it?
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, go and roll your D100. Low is bad.
Low is bad. Nah, it doesn't
Okay,
fail.
well.
It doesn't miscast. Failing is a chance, but lots of stuff can happen.
I see.
Well, it's you say you cast it, you roll your mischance before you say what happens.
Yeah. But yeah. He doesn't appear to have any sort of materials or book on him for casting said thing. He just kind of does it at will.
Hey, Macarena.
Intriguing.
The magic casters of the group would know that this
Yep.
to be horrendous.
Okay, that's fun.
Ina doesn't find it that horrendous, considering how she casts her magic.
Ina is a druid and casts divine magic, so that's not out of that's not within your realm of knowledge to know about. The wizards over there, on the other hand, they know.
It is not okay.
You know, he's a wild mage.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's not okay.
How? What do you mean? It's perfectly okay.
Your time in the
Oh, that the tower warned people to stay away from wild mages.
Also at the tower, trying to force wild mages to get books to remove that effect from them.
Then,
Because there's only so many anti-magic mages to follow them around. You remember hearing stories of one guy who tried to cast a simple, prestidigitation? Yeah, he turned someone to stone. Time to clean up that speck of dirt on your shirt. Haha! Turns to stone. Oh no.
what's the look for?
The assassin is giving you a weird look.
Was it not a good enough show? I can
I could try
put a
again.
little.
You will
More-
just
a bit more.
shrug slowly and call a Scampus.
Oh no, I'm asking the mages this specifically.
Well, only one mage can answer. The other one's dead! Oh, Sarah? No? Fallen? You there? She's dead. Okay.
Oh boy.
So yeah, just you notice this. The other one's off, I don't know, masturbating.
Oh god.
Messing with her
Okay.
zombies. I don't know, pick one.
He just asked
Those two options are very. I don't want to think about that any further.
Both and neither.
It's
I
not
don't know.
necrophilia since they're not dead anymore.
No, they're
Out.
still dead.
he asked Scully very simply, or not Scully, but Sullivan? Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Very clearly,
What's the look for? Was it not powerful enough or something? Shall I put on a bit more of a show?
Nah, we're good. We're good.
Whatever you say.
You can only
Yeah.
cast one more spell, probably the same one.
yes.
Or
I mean, I
Ice
could
Wall.
cast Ice Slick.
Failing to a burning ring of fire. If you fuck up the wild magic for ice, Link.
Yeah. I mean, I could turn the air around us into just fire if I miscast well enough.
Opposite
Please
effect.
do not.
Creates a pool of fire instead of pool of ice.
Pool of fire instead of a sheet of ice. Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, a sheet of fire instead of a sheet of ice. How have you done this?
Isn't that just a
but-
firewall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can use Ice Wall and all that. Throw up
Well,
some cover.
Either way, if you set a sheet of ice and it becomes fire, it's still technically the way fire works. It'll become a firewall.
Well, firewall is actually 5 feet thick. This is only like 2 inches.
Still, it's an intimidating sight to see. Just a sudden burst and thing of flame.
There
just
you
in front
guys
of them.
go. I put in images of a Scampus in Kingship
Scampus?
related.
What the fuck is a
You see a large, rotund cat appear in the. Are you still a massive demon?
Yes.
In the massive
That is
demon's
a big
hands.
kitty.
And she begins to pet it.
Actually, roll your d4. It pops a random out, doesn't it?
No, I believe it only called forth one, but it does damage.
Alright.
Yeah, it's one Scampus.
Cast it again.
Technically, I could have 6 of these out at a time.
Keep casting!
Right.
Very
How do you
large,
do that?
cat-like thing. It's quite adorable.
So how do you do that? Ina? What's the name?
It is part of my abilities. I am a spirit-based caster from my land, and I can call forth some spirits like this little fellow right here. Don't let its looks confuse you. This has a more tragic backstory than you'd like to know. Although I'm willing to share if you really need to.
It looks like a calico.
Why does everything have a tragic backstory?
I don't know.
Because that's life.
Don't
Such a-
worry, this is just a infant that died a horrible death. that then is now looking for the warmth of its parents, so it nuzzles up to other people, looking for that same affection.
Uh-huh.
But they are incredibly adorable and fluffy.
Felix blinks a few times and then just nods.
Don't
I think-
worry, it's a very harmless demon.
I think we need to like hold a seance to call the spirit of Fallen back.
Maybe.
Let's someone go grab some candles or something, set up a ritual circle.
You know
Why
what?
is it always a ritual circle?
You know what? You're right. Let's have a ritual square instead. Time to begin the ritual. Everyone, form up in a dodecahedron.
The dodecahedron of doom.
It's like, what are you? I'm a math wizard. Everyone gather hands, form a dodecahedron. I have the magical cube inscribed. Isn't that a square? No, it's a cube.
On a 2D plane.
Exactly. That's how my powers work as a math wizard. Eat shit.
Oh no, he's using sacred geometry. Stop him.
-1! You just fucking disappear. Panic!
Alright.
Power of the math wizard shall not be infringed nor made fun of.
So, in all seriousness, does anyone know where Fallen actually went?
No.
No,
No.
they
Fallen
just
fell off
died.
the fifth year.
They have fallen and haven't gotten up.
Kill Rojo is still not here.
Yay!
Can I
We're near the
make
end of session 2.
Oh yeah, can you send me a link to the stream?
The link to the stream is on every single YouTube video.
That implies we have a link to the YouTube video.
We
I have a
do.
link. I have a link to the video. I just didn't realize because
I post it every so often. Everyone should have.
I'm just blind. Don't mind
I
me.
just like busting your balls.
Back in. Holy shit!
What?
I heard you listening to it.
Yes. I just heard it through the. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Did you
mate.
just get an ad?
No, that's someone I have no clue what they are calling me called Tammy. I'm gonna go check if that's for anyone. So I'm gonna be right back.
So, what is everyone doing for their time in the night?
You know what? Ina's gonna go offer the rich guy a cat.
Upon opening the door to the massive demon, he immediately closes the door.
Excuse you, that isn't completely rude.
You begin hearing over the comms, my life's in danger, the massive demon
That's one of
Ina's
the
just
no,
going
you
to
have to
face
clarify that.
palm.
That's one of the mercenaries I heard, actually.
yeah, you see a few of the guards pop up, whip around to the car, guns ready. Wait a minute.
She's just gonna hold out a scampus to them.
What's
Would everyone
called?
like a child of a dead, the spirit of a dead child? It's quite cuddly.
One of the female Krogans walk over and says, "Fuck yeah," grabs it and walks off.
Hey! Happy Scamp is.
Well, I suppose it found a parent now.
Yep. What happened
Don't
to
worry, if I
Scamp
were to
is
use this in combat, we'd do an entire 2 damage to somebody.
Question: what does happen to a Scampus if it actually finds what it's after?
Oh, it's permanently a yokai. It's just a non-aggressive type. They'll
Ah.
just kind of stick with that person. In the game, this is from Nobunaga Oda uses them to warm his sandals.
Of course he does. Is he the evil guy?
Nobunaga's not evil.
Hey,
He just committed a lot of war crimes.
hey,
He just
have you
happens to
ever slipped on cold wooden sandals? That's a crime.
I mean, a great and powerful warlord deserves to have warm, toasty feet.
Indeed. Toss some scampuses on his shoes. There we go.
All right. Well.
What are you doing for the night? I know what Gone's doing. He already rolled for that.
I'm probably just gonna keep an eye out for any threats.
Felix will watch Gone.
Is the tiny still okay?
The tiny is perfectly fine. Thankfully, all their furniture is glued to the bottom of the jar.
I open the jar and say, "Okay,
As you
sorry
must
for the
go,
late
you
night
do
call,
his
but
work.
it's time him to look something over."
Yeah, Felix will just watch Gone make the ammunition and chat him up about the railgun.
Yes. He actually hand presses all of his munitions.
Yeah, you see Gone, as part of setting up camp, he sets up a workbench and a small turret press.
He put a lot of love and care in his munitions.
He seems more American than Scottish.
Have you ever been to the planet Scotland? No, you haven't, and you won't ever go there for a long time without a radiation suit.
Well, I am naturally resistant to radiation. Oh. I don't know if I'm resistant enough.
So, Scully,
Uh,
what are you doing for
Yep.
the night?
I'm keeping watch.
About half of
Well-
the NPCs are keeping watch through the night.
Oh. Well, could I use the time to get a restful sleep then?
Really? You sure you don't want to use that time to, I don't know, make magic circles and prepare some spells ahead of time?
That I should do, yeah.
Nah.
I told you
I
this
forgot
last
I
session.
I
And
forgot I could do that. I'm a dumbass, remember?
level 1!
I'm a dumbass!
Yeah.
So Fuse comes up to Felix and asks, "Okay, do you have the blueprints for your mech or a general idea?"
I'll probably set up a bunch of ones of invisibility. And maybe, what does displacement do again?
It costs double the mana to make it into a scroll.
Okay, never mind.
Sticky
Can
note.
I could do one for invisibility, then that would take 40.
I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Sorry that I was gone. I had to go find
I
pictures.
saw. Continue.
No worries, no worries. You just missed Felix potentially getting the entire party killed by casting Ice Beam into the sky as a
No.
Wild Mage.
Mm,
And Ina scared the rich guy to hell.
How many, with 44 MP for the night, how many invisibility scrolls can I make?
Creation of each scroll is 2 hours of work.
Nights are usually like 8 to 12 hours, so
You want to stay up the whole night?
I'll probably go for make work on 2.
Felix, do you have any electrical concerns regarding your suit?
Well, I don't have any now, but... And I don't have the, blueprints exactly?
The owner's manual's there still.
Yeah.
It's in the crotch guard.
You can check it out. You can do a non-invasive look at it if you'd like.
Well then, I hope she's not too sensitive. Holds out the tiny and instructs her to look over the suit only. We're checking to see how everything looks. So if anything goes wrong, you can just move it back to how you saw it.
I mean, it's a battle suit, intended to be worn in combat, so I don't believe it's too sensitive.
So Daboom, how does she react to being put close to the crotch region?
Seems to not care. Their facial expression doesn't change from just... I probably should mention, these little creatures have a permanent smile on their face.
In other words, if they're stressed, they're like...
They're happy until they find something wrong, and then they get angry.
Very concerned. Anyway, so you watch as this masked drill has a mason jar with little holes in it and just upends it, and a tiny little creature falls out.
Yeah, just note, he didn't let her fall to the ground. He has her in his hand and letting her get where she needs to go.
You put her under the suit, and she promptly finds a tiny hole and wiggles into it. She's now gone.
I'm not going to put my mouth there. I'm just going to stand here and remind her this is just a routine check. You're memorizing the suit.
I'm just going to trust that she won't break anything.
About 5 or 10 minutes later, you see her popping out of another hole somewhere near the head. As she tosses out some random wire connectors. Like those little twist nubs.
Hughes takes out his electric-based scanner and goes over the suit.
After another 3 to 4 minutes while you're scanning it, you see her pop up near another hole, and she pushes out bullet fragments.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, Felix, you do remember hearing various clinking when you're walking around, like jingling like a maraca.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised there is a bullet in there. What kind of round is it? It has to be at least an anti-material suit.
No, it's just random lead fragments that fell into small catches on the suit, just never fell out.
Oh, you mean it broke on it?